Or what are you guys thinking when it comes to the Switch 2? Do you have any thoughts that have not yet already been shared? I got some ideas.
I'm gonna be honest. I've seen, maybe. All right, look. Here's the. I'm gonna preface what I'm about to say with a disclaimer. I think that the internet is a largely negative space.
Yeah,
and especially
no, that's wrong.
Media,
I disagree.
Twitter, right? Yeah. Well, and on
joke.
Twitter, I've seen a lot of complaining about the Switch 2 is basically in concept a Switch Pro. But look,
knew that was coming.
Of course.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Yeah, but all I have to say to that is I really disagree with complaining about this. For one, dude, they didn't give us a ton of stuff from the reveal, so I don't think we quite know the scope of how much this is jumping from the Switch 1, so I'm going to defend Nintendo there. But I'm also going to say, man, I know as a kid, I was always playing my 3DS, and I loved being able to play it in the car, but I did always think, I kind of wish when I was at home I could play this on my TV, you know?
Yeah, dude, and it's a dream come true.
Right.
The Switch is a dream.
Why do we need anything more than just a Switch with improved graphics? After the Switch 2, I want another Switch that has even better graphics than the Switch
100%.
2. Because it's the perfect console, in my opinion.
Yeah, if they just get up to on par with the best consoles like PlayStation 2, or 5. I saw Switch 2 and I said 2. But yeah, if they get up to par on that, then it's it's like the best console there is. I saw people saying that it lost Nintendo's soul, where it's they always try to innovate and try to make some gimmick for their systems, and it's just the same thing, and it's but it was already perfect, 1. And 2, they still have crazy gimmicks on this. The whole mouse thing, we don't know about it yet. It's like you said, Lumi, we don't have the details of it at all. I'm pretty sure the C button and the mouse thing are going to be gimmicks that are Nintendo-like, because they aren't really going to give that stuff up. And it's a better console overall. I also saw today.
To what you're saying is you think there's some tricks up their sleeves, right there.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah,
there's two. There's 2, what are they called? USB-C ports. And the idea
I don't
is
think
that
there's 2 actually.
There
I
are
think
2.
People are.
I think there's one on the bottom, one on the top.
There's 2.
I don't know if there's one on the bottom. I think
they just showed it.
One on the bottom to the top.
They just showed it.
Let's see. Yeah. Go back in the trailer.
It's right there.
Yeah. So there's the bottom one.
Okay, it's all 4 men. 1 and then 2.
One on the top.
Which makes sense because when I charge it like this, right now I've got it in my dock and it's using the bottom plug.
Yeah.
But if I have it propped up, where you pull the little kickstand out, which I'm not able to get my grubby fingers around. There you go. Then I can't charge it, So now I can charge it using the top USB port.
But also, I think the other implication is not just for the convenience of charging, but also for apparatus, right? I don't know why anyone would ever say that Nintendo's losing its charm or whatever, because I don't know about you guys, but growing up playing the Game Boy, there were always these stupid, dumb apparatus all over my console, right? And I think I think with another USB-C port, you can do all sorts of new things. I think it opens up the door for not only first-party, what do we call these? Applications, accessories. Accessories is a good word.
Accessories, yeah.
Yeah, but also third-party ones where they can get a little crazy.
Before you move on to that, I was gonna say I saw a tweet. I think it was from Central actually, so I don't know how believable, but they were saying that they're reporting that a lot of third-party companies now want to make games or are making games for the Switch 2 because it's on par with the games that are being sold for more modern consoles. I don't know how to describe it, but you could even look up the tweet if you wanted to, but yeah, basically it's just that it's strong enough, powerful enough to play I don't know what the big games are that are coming out. God of War or something.
That the Switch 2 is going to be powerful enough to play some big games.
Yeah, I mean PS5 games, not just so third-party people are thinking about it, making games for it, whatever the actual report was.
Yeah.
But then to go back to what you were saying, with the USB-C on the top, that tweet that you just pulled up about them adding a top screen to it would be crazy, and it would just be an accessory. And this means a lot for Pokemon because of ports.
So the image I haven't even read this, but the image here, it's by Nintendo Switch 2. I don't even know if this is a credible account or whatever, but it says, thinking about that patent application Nintendo made in 2022 for an electronic apparatus that looks an awful lot like a second screen for the Switch 2. And I think a lot of people expected. I remember being excited at the idea of the Switch 2 having 2 screens, right? I think
Right.
it just kind of makes sense, right? The 3DS had 3D play, right? Whatever. So, but it is kind of cool. Obviously, we see that the Switch 2 does not have 2 screens, but the idea that all they would have to do is just have something that pops in place. And then all of a sudden you have 2 screens. It can totally
be an accessory.
And
Like, it doesn't have to be part of the actual system. Like, we buy screens for our computers all the time, just like this. So you just plug it in, they make a way that it can sit on top of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is
and it's for
not
Pokemon
anyway.
It's for basically the idea is it's the reason why someone would want 2 screens is so they could very easily port or have another option for when they port DS and 3DS games. There's so many great DS and 3DS titles. Obviously, what they could do is just put, you could put the big screen on the left side and you put the small screen on the right side and you have a layout for it. That's very easy to do. The Nintendo Switch does have a touchscreen. The Switch 2 will have a touchscreen. For us Pokemon fans, that's exciting because of the prospect of being able to play all these old games, whether it's through the Nintendo Switch Online or just through a real purchase. That is exciting. And even though they can do it already on one screen, it is cool, and definitely I would buy the heck out of this, if they made a Pokemon-themed additional screen, and now I'm playing these old Pokemon games in a more, like a more authentic way, in a way that's more similar to the first time I experienced these titles. So, yeah, this is really cool. It would be cool if this is something that ends up being real. I mean, we could see it as early as this year,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I hope
we're
so.
here, y'all. The future is now.
Yeah.